Greetings, Losties. We've just watched episode 10. Young Ben shot by Sayid? Were the sandwiches really that bad? This is the official fan show for Lost on Sky One. Look, it's my good friend Paul Terry, the editor of the official Lost magazine. Hey man, nice haircut. Yeah, good. Over here, it's my even better buddy. It's Geeky Tom. Good to see you, man. Nice one, man. Yeah. What did you think of the episode, by the way?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, well, let's listen. You're our time travel expert.
Oh God.
So let's talk about the time travel aspects.
Straight away.
Sayid is in 1977. Yeah. He kills a young Ben.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just want to get this right. He kills a young Ben. Okay, first off, has he actually killed him? Can he kill him? Because Ben is still alive in the future.
I don't know. What I really don't want to happen, okay, is to have the Bible explanation, okay? It's nothing to do with religion. It's him to have a Bible or some kind of device here that protects him from
It's always like a hip flask, or it's
a wad of money,
a watch that does it. Yes,
you know, all these amazing bulletproof devices that can say. It's the only way out of this I can possibly think, that he's either got something to protect him from the shot. Okay, the island won't let him die and it brings him back to life, which I'm not going to enjoy. No. Or there's an alternative timeline in the future about Ben Linus.
So it's like parallel.
Well, this is what confuses me then. Surely it should be the whole Back to the Future effect, where these guys now, because Ben pretty much brought them back to the island, should all start to like disappear or fade out of existence.
Well, no, because they're already on the island. But Ben could be dead in the future now.
Yeah.
He could be dead in the future.
Yeah, we still haven't seen.
So it's
the
the
time
time.
The lock bit, have we?
Yeah. So the timeline would be that, you know, now if they were to go back into the present, he wouldn't exist.
Yeah, that could happen. So maybe there could be a way out of it, that Sayid goes back. They go back in time again to stop Sayid from killing Ben Linus.
Oh, I like
that's a possibility, and that would be all right. Well, that's more time travel. That's got to be a good thing.
But it goes back to what Daniel Faraday said: is that you can't change what's happened. There's only one person that could, and that was Desmond. Yeah. You know, when he sent a memory back to himself because of the explosion in the hatch, and it obviously affected him in some way. It detached him from time.
You've given us the answer and you don't know it.
Okay.
Desmond goes back. Desmond is Desmond.
It's Desmond that does it.
Desmond that goes back to a different time on the island, and he stops that chain of events from happening. Because we've not seen Desmond for a few weeks.
Not for a while.
Desmond is going to go back to the island. That's almost definite. He's going to go back to the island.
I hope so,
and he will go back to a time pre-1977.
How? They don't have a time machine.
No, they don't. He'll get on the yacht.
Okay.
He'll get on the yacht where Penny's rotting corpse is.
Oh, brilliant.
And he'll sail there.
And it'll just. But you have to follow the same path. You know, that bearing.
Yeah. Okay. He'll do that.
Yeah, but it doesn't send you back in time. They've stopped that from happening.
He'll do that.
As in follow the bearing. Which time period will they get to? Will he get to?
He'll get to.
Because remember, there's two now.
No, there's an infinite number of time periods. He'll get back to like prehistoric times with the statue. Let's just watch and see, shall we? We've got a forum post from Ever Adrift who says Locke survived a fatal gunshot and his paralysis was healed by the island. Michael couldn't commit suicide. Jack's suicide attempts were foiled. Rose's cancer was cured. Ben said when he got the tumour that made him kidnap Jack that he realised the island no longer wanted him because it stopped healing him. It seems like young Ben's shot in the heart marks a long life of invincibility. You know, I've just realised what we're going to see. At some point in next week's episode or the week after is Ben Linus topless with a big scar on his chest. That's what we're going to see, isn't it?
What, healing that quickly?
No. The old Ben Linus with a scar.
Ben Linus,
I got this a few years ago.
Don't
you remember, Sayid?
And maybe Jack will save him. Maybe that won't kill him straight away.
The surgeon thing,
yeah. And then Jack's cover's blown, and
it gets Jack back in the throes.
There's nobody. We don't have a heart surgeon or whatever Jack is.
Why?
Hey, I'm one.
Listen, back to the episode in 1977. Oh, hang on, pause for a second. There's Juliet in a jumpsuit.
Great mechanic.
Yeah, whatever. There we go. She's gone. Back to 1977. I don't get this thing why Sayid doesn't, when Sawyer says, come on Sayid, I'm going to let you go now.
But that must be what you were saying a few minutes ago about the fact that he completely believes, as he's landed back on the island, his purpose is to take out Ben. That's why he won't be ingratiated with Dharma, because that's not going to work out for him. Maybe he just has a sole purpose of, no, I'm going to do this and then deal with the consequences later.
One thing that came from this episode is that Sawyer is nowhere near as powerful and as I was led to believe that he was.
Yeah, the voting scene, that was quite,
And Sawyer's actually quite weak in this as well, isn't he? When he says, Horace says, I wish I could say this was unanimous. Go on then, kill Sayid.
I think he's losing control a bit. It's all kind of starting to fray at the edges.
Which is a shame, because last week he was powerful and he was in control, and now
then there was that shot of Jack Jack was kind of like, well, it's all, Sawyer's plan is starting to kind of go a bit wrong. He's just like, oh, right.
And there's Jack holding the hose, which I think is kind of symbolic of him taking control.
Which also leads me back to that point where it will be Jack that saves Ben. And they're all like, oh my God, Jack, you're the hero. And Sawyer's just like, boy, I oughta.
Yeah, there could
3 years.
3 years of hard work.
The truth serum stuff was weird, wasn't it?
He was scary though. That old
It was a good scene.
Yeah.
The old guy, was it? Yeah, the old
He was like a deliverance. He was really creepy.
In that teepee, making his own homemade LSD. It was brilliant. I thought Sayid did it very, very well. But why? It's that thing. Someone says they're from the future, they're not going to believe it. But why didn't they believe more of what he said? As soon as that scene started, I knew they were going to go, "Oh, we gave him too much drugs. He's talking bullshine."
I feel really bad for Sayid about where he's.
I don't feel bad for Sayid. I think Sayid's an idiot, and I'll tell you why. Because Sawyer does that thing, and he says, "Okay, I'm going to headbutt you, and then you're going to say that you're defecting. You can come and live with us, right?" And they've got like pool tables, they've got canteen, they've got some hot chips.
They've got Hurley working in the kitchen.
That's a mistake, isn't it? But they've got a lot of good things going down there at Dharma Town. And Sayid's like, no. I've got destiny, man. I'm here to do something. And you just,
but I thought when he was saying that it was more redemptive. That when Sawyer was like, "Why are you here?" And he's like, "Oh, I think I know now."
Well,
I thought
we know what it was, though.
No. But at that point, I thought it was that he felt he should be executed. As in, we've seen all these flashbacks about all the bad things he's done. He's reliving all the bad things he's done. And at that point, I thought that's what he was referring to. So, and then obviously, I realised.
He obviously thinks that he can stop all of this happening by killing a young Ben Linus. By killing him in the past, none of the stuff will happen in the future.
He's an idiot.
Which is his own paradox, because it already has. For him to kill Ben Linus, surely he should then cease to exist.
Yeah, and he's an idiot for doing that. No, he's an idiot for doing that, because he's not thought out the complications of time travel.
I know.
And what happens when you go back and mess with stuff.
And now I stop you there, but I think this is a perfect time for Daniel Faraday to come back and go,
what have you guys done?
Either that.
Seriously, he's been away for ages.
Yeah.
Sawyer seems a little bit settled on the island, doesn't he? A little bit. I'm kind of happy here now.
I'm going to go all Paul Terry on you, but remember where...
please.
But you always go in these sort of... But he's like, he's had a very troubled life. He's been on the run, he's been a criminal. You always analyse it like this. Yeah, he's had a very troubled life. He's finally found a place where he can settle down. He's got his woman. He's accepted in the community. It's, fair play to him.
Yeah. Their story is surely going to come out soon, isn't it? Sawyer is going to get busted.
It does feel like everything is just,
I reckon it'll be next episode
I reckon the next episode we won't see any of that lot. I reckon it'll be like Sun or someone like that. They do that with Lost. They set you up. You don't see anything for 2 or 3 weeks.
Why?
Hey, by the way, if you're enjoying this fun and you'd like us to read out some stuff that you've got for us, then send us an email to lostonsky1@sky.com. Lostonsky1@sky.com. We're also on the Facebook, the Bebo, the MySpace, and the Twitter. Going back to the island, 1977. Is Kate really that stupid that she didn't know that Sawyer and Juliet were getting it on? She seems genuinely shocked when Hurley's like, well, yeah, of course they are. They're at it. They're living together.
She must be.
I like the bit when Sawyer knocks on Kate's door and says, "Why did you come back?" And
he's not happy, is he?
And she doesn't get the reason out because that blooming burning VW camper van thing. She wants a bit of Sawyer, isn't it?
No, but I'm hoping that the Sawyer Juliet thing will continue. But Kate didn't seem all like love forlorn. She just here's the not here's the reason, but here I am.
I do worry.
I worry about it. I do worry about it because I want Juliet.
It's going to be the love. That's finished. Juliet and Sawyer finished.
No, don't wash your mouth out. No,
it's finished because she left the breakfast to burn. she's out of there.
That's a deal breaker.
She's gone, baby.
Messed up bacon sandwiches.
But she knows, and chicks have a way of knowing when it's over.
Maybe people should email if they've got other.
Yes, I don't know.
Females.
But it's got to be over, isn't it? Between those two, Kate's back. Tell them Kate's back.
Tom, have the faith.
I think Sawyer's quite happy with his life.
Thank you.
I don't think maybe she's not.
Yeah.
Maybe she's wants to be with Jack again. That's probably more likely.
That could be it. Jack's back in town, and she wants to have some Dr. Shepherd, play doctor and nurses. I don't know, doctors and mechanics. Jack, I tell you what's going to kick off. Jack is going to be furious when he finds out, and he will find out because it's unanimous that Sawyer voted to kill Sayid. That's going to be.
Yeah, but I don't think necessarily because Jack and Sayid were best mates, just because it's the whole undermining the leadership thing again, and like, you know, oh, you said you were a leader and I assumed you do a good job of it, and you know, not as good as me, but you know, they've all got their flaws. Jack didn't do a wonderful job, really, did he?
Jack's a muppet. I got an email from Dharma Chameleon who says, I think that Amy is a spy for the hostiles.
Ooh.
She was very quick to demand Sayid's death. Okay, this is interesting. This is because she knew he wasn't a hostile. I think she led Paul into a trap with the whole picnic deal to prove her loyalty to the hostiles, and Ethan ends up with the others. Maybe Amy runs away with him before the purge.
That's good.
Yeah,
Ooh, nasty.
Yeah, she can.
That's sexy. I like that.
We've not had sort of double crossing on such a huge scale for a long, long time. So that would kind of make sense, wouldn't it?
Were they pointing the guns at because they killed her husband, but they didn't kill her, did they?
Put the sack over their head, didn't they? Did they put a sack over her head? Something like that. It did. Because I was wondering today, how does Ethan survive?
Yeah, and become another.
Yeah. I was thinking that because you start to really see the whole, you know, the Dharma Initiative and the hostiles / will become the others, you know, to the Losties.
And there's the
you
whole
see that evolving.
But they're making
really
a big
nicely.
point about Sayid being a spy and being a traitor.
Yeah.
They're blatantly alluding to the fact that there could be one already there. Interesting.
Learn more about Sayid's backstory and how he ended up on Adura Flight 316 with Ilana. That weird scene in the bar that's very reminiscent of Christian Shepherd and the lady. Who's the lady police officer?
Anna Lucia.
Anna Lucia.
Yeah.
What's her real name? Michelle Rodriguez.
Michelle Rodriguez,
That's it. Got a blank there for a second. Which is kind of a similar scene to when he picked her up.
Yeah.
Drinking that expensive whiskey, of course, that Widmore drinks.
McCutcheon.
Yeah, a bit of McCutcheon. Did you pick any of this up, Tom, or is it all news to you, fella?
Well, it's all just a bit.
Ilana knows that Sayid is responsible for the death of the fella on the golf course.
Yep.
We don't buy her story for 1 second, do we? That she's a bounty hunter working for the family. This Peter guy that got a bullet.
All the people that died had a connection to Widmore.
Yeah.
So she obviously has some kind of connection to Widmore. I don't know. She could be Widmore's version of Sayid. You know, Ben has Sayid. Maybe Widmore has her.
Well, he's our you. Yes, it could be another one of those. She's
nice.
our you.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Do you think it's Widmore? I don't think she's working for Linus because Ben seemed genuinely shocked when he comes on the plane.
Yeah,
and sees Sawyer's like,
you know, it's all good poker face stuff, but when he says, do you know Benjamin Lyons? And she's like,
well, she could be lying. It's acting.
It does, yeah, no, but
it's just acting. It's just acting.
I know it's all acting.
Yeah,
literally. But no, I believe that she didn't know him.
Yeah, I think it's got to be a Widmore.
But we always kind of trying to work out who are the kind of the faction, Widmore's faction on the island. Yeah. So we kind of know that there's definitely going to be a war coming, as he said. So maybe she is the her and Sayid are going to start working together. But he did kill Ben, which is exactly what Widmore wanted.
Yeah, that's very.
Yeah, good point. Yeah,
that's
nice.
That's a very good point.
He's on fire today.
You can five it if you like.
Our midweek edition is released this Wednesday at sky.com/lost. We're going to talk more about alternative futures, chat more about Sayid and his murky past, plus more of your emails, your questions, and the best of your theories. Join us Wednesday. Namaste.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you come in. I know there are literally sevens of you out there saying, hey, guy who writes all those songs about Lost, you write a lot of songs about Lost, you must have some sort of insight into the show. Well, I do. I think the statue's Locke, and I think that Locke is Jacob, and I think that Jacob's Aaron, who I'm pretty sure is Dharma, and I think that Dharma's Greg, and I think that Greg is Sawyer, I think Sawyer's the monster, which I think is the statue. I did. That's it. Namaste. Namaste.
Because she left the breakfast to burn. She's out of there.